Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's Lexus and Toyota news, Lexus is breaking sales records across the globe. We'll talk about Toyota's master plan for the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show, or you guys might know as CES. At the very end, we'll talk about the juicy spy shots of the upcoming Sienna. You guys know I love the Sienna. Smash that like button, subscribe for more Toyota Lexus news, and let's get into it. Over at good old Lexus Enthusiasts, Lexus breaks sales records in Australia, Spain, and the UK. Even with 2 weeks remaining in the 2019 calendar year, a trio of Lexus markets are expecting record sales. In the UK, as of December 10th, Lexus UK surpassed all-time sales records over 15,000, with about 15,700 total deliveries at year end. Those numbers already surpassed a previous record for the brand in Britain set in 2007. In Spain, Lexus sales hit for the first time 5 digits for an estimated 10,000 units. This is a 43% jump in sales versus last year and extends Lexus's streak of continuous year-on-year sales increases to 7 since 2012. The brand's current lineup is 100% hybrid, and the 2020 calendar year will alter that fact with 2 new models: the battery electric UX 300e and the LC 500 Cabrio, or convertible here in the United States. And then good old Australia, surging sales in the second half of the year brought Lexus Australian sales through November just 136 units short of breaking their all-time record of 9,000 units sold in 2016. Sales through the first week in December are estimated to have shattered that mark. The NX is doing really well there, and the LX posted its strongest January through November sales in 16 years. And of course, the ES is crushing it. So what do I think about this? No surprise, really. The world is finally catching on to the greatness that is Lexus vehicles, and they'll keep growing. For their American market, I don't know how much further they can saturate this market, but I feel like the European countries and Australia is kind of surprising to me because Toyota does so well in Australia. The luxury version of Toyota, as you guys know, is Lexus, doesn't seem to do as well as it should, but I think people are going to catch on, and it is only a matter of time before they start taking over these luxury markets in Australia and parts of Europe. Over at the newsroom in Europe, 3 decades of world first by Lexus. As you guys know, this is the 30th year Lexus has been around, and this PDF here opens in this beautiful presentation of these 30 world first by Lexus, signifying the 30 years that they've been around. You know, small things like satellite navigation is standard back in 1998 in Europe, torque vectoring differential on the RCF, rear-wheel drive luxury performance hybrid, 8-speed automatic transmission, manufacturing plant just for hybrids. I mean, the list goes on. It's really cool to see. I geek out on this sort of thing. If you guys are fans of the brand, which you wouldn't be watching if you probably weren't, but this is something we can all geek out together on and learn a ton, because most of this stuff I honestly didn't know, which is absolutely fascinating and fantastic. Over at the Toyota press room, Toyota to reveal more of its new mobility ecosystem strategy for 2020 CES. If you guys been watching my channel and following Toyota in general, their future plan is to be a mobility company, not an automobile company, but to provide several different interpretations of mobility, whether that's for automobiles or mass or public transport, robots, you name it, they have thought of it already. So not only will we learn more about these products that was unveiled at the Tokyo Motor Show, but these 2 things right here, the Toyota 8i and Ventures, Toyota US-based venture capital firm, will feature several portfolio companies along with an overview of its investment direction. Not something I'm particularly interested in. This thing really stuck out here. Toyota IP Solutions, Toyota's newly formed patent team, will provide information about the benefits of licensing the impressive IP from Toyota's accomplished R&D efforts. So I went over to the direct link to this Toyota IP Solutions, and I just kept following the rabbit hole. I clicked on this one here. It's just toyotaipsolutions.com, and you can see all the different things that they are going to be, I guess, licensing out to people who want to use their technology, the research and development, as products and make money from it. So bioactive cleaning materials, what is this going to be? Paint and coatings, furniture wax, cleaning solutions, windshield wiper fluid, nanomaterial synthesis, present in electronics, medical devices, water purification systems, magnets for actuators, motors, thermal management. This one was kind of cool for me because I love computers, so CPU and GPU cooling and laptops and computers and data centers. And then of course we see it in a bunch of other applications as well. An omnidirectional structural color. What does this sound like? Well, this sounds like structural blue found in the LC500, and we will see it in the special edition of the LC500 convertible, just limited to 100 units. I've been talking about the GR Yaris a lot on my channel lately, and this is the first time we've gotten any sort of information on the powertrain. 250 horsepower in this little tiny car. And I was thinking, oh, maybe, it's just going to be the 2-liter turbo that we see in the Lexus NX and maybe some other Lexus products like the rear-wheel drive RC300 and the IS300, things like that. No, it's something quite different altogether. According to Autocar, power comes from a 1.6-liter 3-cylinder engine turbocharged to make at least 250 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's all-wheel drive, and we know it's going to be with a 6-speed. So this was very surprising. I was not expecting a 3-cylinder, just a small 1.6-liter inline 3-cylinder. That is a ton of power coming from that little tiny motor. I can't imagine how much fun this little Yaris would be to drive. But like I said, we're not going to get this in America, so let's move on. Speaking of America, 2021 Toyota Sienna spy shots over at Motor Authority. You guys know I have a Toyota Sienna. It's a great family hauler. I can't wait for the next one to come because it is going to provide a lot of things that I want. Possibly a plug-in hybrid. A simple all-wheel drive hybrid would make me happy. So what do we really learn from this? Well, not a whole lot. You can see it is very well camouflaged here and draped with all sorts of covers. But from the styling on the front, to me it looks a lot like the current RAV4. And that's not a bad thing because I think since this is a bigger vehicle, it'll look very similar to what we see on the 4Runner. In the back of the vehicle, it looks like there's a larger overhang over the rear wheel. This wheelbase is also supposed to be longer. So the longer wheelbase should allow for a really large plug-in hybrid battery if they were to go that way, and I sure hope they do. And of course, there wouldn't be a drive shaft from the front going to the rear wheels. It would just be an electric motor powering the rear wheels in that hybrid model. But since it's a TNGA platform, they can really customize it and have several different iterations. I would expect the V6 standard hybrid, plug-in hybrid for the upcoming Sienna. These spy shots don't confirm any of that. It confirms a slightly longer wheelbase and a longer cargo space for this vehicle. And I think it's going to look like the 4Runner / RAV4 on the front. And before I let you guys go, you guys know I like the Yaris. My dad has a Yaris. I picked it out for him. It's a great little commuter car, and if you don't need a ton of people hauling capacity, this is just a great car. Now, they don't offer it in America anymore. They do as a Yaris, but it's technically a Mazda 2. But this is just exciting for any of my viewers in Japan. Toyota to launch the new model Yaris in Japan on February 10th of 2020. So we know it's coming. We already got the unveil in Europe, so it is good to see it staying in Japan as well. No surprise that the luxury brand of Toyota we all know is Lexus. That's what my channel's about. It's no surprise that they're starting to expand in several markets outside of the US. Spain, UK, Australia. Australia being the biggest head scratcher that they're not more prevalent than they already are there. I will be covering Toyota at this Consumer Electronics Show, so CES, in just a few weeks. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys have made it this far, press that like button, subscribe for more Toyota Lexus news. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever you celebrate. Family, fun. Love you guys. Until next time.